A Democratic governor called out his own party for using a term you've probably never heard before. The term was justice-involved population. If you've never heard it before, it's part of an ongoing debate about what words we should and shouldn't use to describe people in prison. The governor of Kentucky criticized it by saying that Democrats have let advocacy speak seep into their language. So what does the term even mean? Justice involved is a catch-all for anyone who's had contact with the criminal justice system. So that means people in prison or jail, people on trial, people on probation or parole. But do the people this term is describing actually use it? We went and asked them.
Justice involved feels weird because there's no justice. A lot of people don't even calling it a criminal justice system. They like calling it a criminal system or a criminal injustice system. They like tweaking the words so as to be more descriptive of what it really is.
That was Johann Slakur, a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who was formerly incarcerated in federal prisons. And he's not the only one who takes issue with the word justice. Corey McClary, a man incarcerated in a New Jersey prison, put it more plainly.
It doesn't matter how someone dresses it up. The truth is, I'm in a cell for about 23 hours a day. I call it hell, they call it justice involved. Whatever.
M.L. Smith, who spent time in Missouri prisons, was less concerned with the term itself than with who it can include.
I just think it's a huge umbrella term to kind of cover a lot of different, a lot of different people, a lot of different groups. That can even be people who are not incarcerated, but their family.
The language people inside use to describe themselves can be different from the labels given to them by the prison or the outside world. Joseph Sabat, who spent more than 10 years in federal prison, explained it this way.
Because in prison, we're referred to as a number. As the inmates themselves, we try to refer to each other by our names rather than our numbers or anything else. We call ourselves inmate this or convict that, but only because we have to with the staff. It's not something that we do among ourselves. Among ourselves, we get to actually know people.
Quinetta Harris, who's an incarcerated writer in Texas, said language matters because naming is tied to power.
In order to have meaningful conversations, we must first have a label that doesn't reflect how our oppressors define us.
For more on the words we do or don't recommend, check out our guide to using human first language at themarshallproject.org.